I remember very distinctly being in middle school. Someone came up to me and they're like, "Oh, you gotta check these people out on YouTube. They're called Epic Mealtime."
Okay.
And so that was the first channel that I saw on YouTube. And then I became quickly obsessed since then. You know, there weren't that many to choose from, so I was pretty well versed with all of them, like the Smosh and Ray William Johnson, who I thought was so cool and edgy. And then I went back recently and I watched some of his videos and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, this is horrible. Yeah. It's crazy to think how big he was, though. He was like rolling in numbers.
I mean, well, the reason why he was so big is because he was kind of like the early form of TikTok back in the day, because he would just collect a bunch of viral videos and then commentate on them.
He was kind of the first reaction channel.
You would watch him to be caught up with trends and shit.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Was he before Tosh.0? Did Tosh.0 rip him off?
No, I think Tosh.0 came before him, because Tosh.0 was on TV and television.
Yeah. And we'll have to look that up.
Yeah, a lot of YouTube has we'll put it right here. A lot of YouTube has kind of just followed the steps of traditional TV and pretty much taken over that market. So.
Yeah. So other than that, you got all the classics, Nigahiga.
Nigahiga?
Yeah.
That's how you pronounce it?
How do you pronounce it? Am I forgetting? Who am I forgetting? I mean, there's so many others.
Freddie Wong?
Yeah, Freddie Wong is on my list. Jack's Films I knew of, but I never really fucked with him. No.
I like him. I think he's one of the OG YouTubers that are still around and haven't, quote-unquote, sold out.
Yeah, I respect him.
He still does funny videos.
And I liked his stuff recently with Sniper Wolf.
Yeah, he's transitioned really well into the modern era.
Yeah, he's good at evolving.
Speaking of evolving, Ray William Johnson has also evolved.
He has evolved.
Yeah, he came back as the same thing but in short form content, 60 seconds to 3-minute videos, and I actually think that it suits him better because you're getting less of him. You're getting less of his cringe.
I have also seen some of that, and I really only watch it because of nostalgia reasons, because his voice is nostalgic, or his image. But even he did try a lot of cool things, like Your Favorite Martian, which is his that was his animated musical project. That was big. I think a lot of people will remember.
That's when he left temporarily, and he left. Is that when he left?
I think that was already towards the end of Equals 3. And
Equals 3. That was the name of the show.
That was the name of the show. And I think that was his next big thing. Yeah. I might be something around right when he was leaving.
Yeah.
When he started this other project called Your Favorite Martian, which was this animated band. He was the lead singer. They did a lot of comedy songs, and they're pretty decent, and it was massive on YouTube.
Smosh? There's Smosh?
Yeah, Smosh.
Another channel that I think now is super cringe.
Yeah, at the time.
Yeah, I think the video that I remember cracking. I bet this video was a Barney video, Barney Killer or something like that. And I rewatched it 5 years ago, and I was like, this is so bad. Smosh is, no offense to them. I mean, I respect for them for catching it early and still writing it out to this day, but that content's for children.
Yeah, but that's the thing is maybe kids now will still enjoy that type of content.
I think
so we just grew out of it. It's not necessarily that it's bad, but it's just not for our demo anymore. Well, one of Smosh's newest skits was called joining Jared Leto's cult, and I didn't watch it, but I looked at the thumbnail and the subject matter, and I was like, who are they trying to appeal to?
Is that a callback to an old video?
I don't think so. It's Jared Leto apparently has a cult or something, or I don't know. They're making fun of Jared, but I was thinking how many people that this was actually meant for even know who Jared Leto is?
Yeah,
they're kind of mixing up their demos a bit. But I remember being so hyped for the food battles every year.
Oh yeah,
so being super hyped for it.
Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah.
Have you tried rewatching one of those? They're horrible.
Oh my god, no, I can't. I mean, I watched the new one, but it's still
it's not the same.
Shit. No. Same thing with they had a second channel that was called, I think it was just called Ian Heacock's, or maybe it was Smosh.
They both had their own channels too. They split off for a while.
Well, no, I'm talking about OG Smosh days. There was the Smosh's second channel, and they would do lunchtime with Smosh or opening fan mail. Yeah. And I remember really enjoying that.
The fan mail ones I used to watch too, and people would send them and they would just eat it. They would just eat whatever was in the mail, which is fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
The slow-mo guys.
Yeah, they're OGs. They still make videos.
They are OGs, and then I think were they both from Rooster Teeth?
I think so. Well, definitely Gavin, the smaller British guy.
Speaking of Rooster Teeth.
Yes, R.I.P.
Going back to your first comment, my first YouTube video was a red versus blue. video. Like, just like the first clip, the first episode.
Well, how did you even like go onto YouTube? Did someone tell you about it, or?
I don't remember. I think my dad definitely introduced me to it, because I used to play Halo a lot, and he would like show me like videos and stuff. And one time he said, "Oh, check this out," and I just checked out a Red vs. Blue video. Thought it was hilarious, and from there I just went down the rabbit hole. My dad introduced me to Ray William Johnson, and then from there I just went on.
He was really early on to YouTube.
Yeah, no, he was super early on into this stuff. He usually is. Maybe not anymore because he's like a boomer. But yeah, him and I used to like watch the Ray William Johnson videos like together when they came out.
Wow.
We would talk about, oh, Dad, did you see the new Ray William Johnson video?
That's funny.
We would talk about the videos that we liked.
Well, I mean, I still watch Philip DeFranco every day.
Yeah. He's done a great job about transitioning to like the new stuff, and he's been consistent. He's never been canceled. He's never shared his personal opinions. He's always
well. He does.
Well, he does, but like that's not like
he's generally pretty for being a news guy. He's like pretty middle of the line.
He's pretty middle of the line. But he shares it like a little bit after the end, like at the end of his videos, right?
He definitely doesn't like Trump, but that's like the most that he's ever.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably like one of my main news guys, right? Because I don't get my news from TV anymore or whatever. I get it from the internet.
But his transition has been incredible because, I remember when he used to have like the big titty girl of the day.
Oh,
and he obviously doesn't do it anymore.
No, of course not.
He used to be more of a tabloid, and then he became like an actual news organization.
Yeah, he has a full team now. He sells shirts, merch, and everything. His own company.
I used to be a big fan of SourceFed too. You ever watch SourceFed?
I did, yeah.
They covered news, but then they also had like they would cover like pop culture, like geek stuff, and then I just like the personalities there. They're all very entertaining, and I still to this day watch Dynamic Banter with Steve Zaragoza and Mike Falzone, who used to be on SourceFed.
So you still follow them?
I do, yeah. No one knows this shit. This is very niche, but they have a great podcast if you're ever looking for like a new comedy podcast to watch.
Okay. Did you ever watch Rocka Rocka? The
No.
New Zealand guys, the guys that would make those like crazy special effects videos that went on to make that Talk to Me movie?
No.
Did you know about that?
I mean, I know them from recent time because they made that movie.
Yeah, did you know they started
as a YouTubers, but I never watched
their videos.
them.
You should watch their videos. They're pretty cool, and you'll see the influence.
Freddie Wong was my VFX guy.
He was the other VFX. He hasn't made a film yet. Does Freddie Wong?
Freddie Wong is like, what the hell happened to him?
I know, like, does he still do stuff? After
no
like
clue.
2016, he disappeared, kind of.
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't seen anything.
He made a short series online, like a web series called like Video Game High School or something.
Yeah. But like I never.
I watched it and it was good, but he didn't. I don't think he did anything after that I'm familiar with. I think he might like produce stuff.
He's
just
stuff
behind the scenes. Yeah.
It can get tiring to be in front of the camera.
Oh, so what else? So we're obviously both into gaming.
Of course, yeah.
And I think part of that is also like what we watch on YouTube.
Yeah.
So a lot of my early consumption of YouTube was Minecraft content, like back when Minecraft first came out.
Yeah.
So I would watch people like CNanners, who I think was on Machinima. It was like a lot of Machinima people. Yogscast, I was a really big Yogscast fan. Do you know who those are?
The first guy, Sean Anners,
CNanners, yeah.
He rings a bell, but I didn't really fall into the Minecraft YouTube world.
Okay.
So this is the first time I'm hearing of them.
Yeah. So Yogscast, they're a British duo. They had a really interesting series, a Minecraft series called Shadow of Israfel, and it was like a semi-scripted Minecraft show. Mm-hmm. So it was very much, and they had a bunch of like other characters and casts that they eventually like as they grew as a company.
Yeah.
And it became like the original Dream SMP.
Okay.
So that was like the OGs back in the day.
Are they a part of the Dream team?
No, now they're like a dead channel.
Okay.
They play fucking Gary's Mod videos, and that's what they do.
They got older.
Yeah, and they're not really like on screen as much anymore.
They used to be like the face.
Well, no, it used to be it wasn't cameras, so it was just like
their voice, and they just did general like Minecraft.
Well, a lot of it in the beginning was just like, this is how you play Minecraft. Like a lot of the earlier
stuff, yeah, not like the kind of stuff that Dream does.
Right, because everyone now knows what Minecraft is. Yeah. But back in the day, this was like before Minecraft even had a hunger bar.
Yeah, that's crazy. Dude.
Yeah,
that's when I played it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's been interesting to see too how Minecraft had this big moment when it came out. Then it completely went away. Like not, it went away, pretty significantly for a couple years, and then it blew up again. And now it's back.
Now it's huge.
Yeah.
And they're making a movie now.
Yeah.
With Jason Momoa.
Deserved. It's deserved.
It is deserved. My foray into gaming YouTube was mostly Call of Duty. First one that comes to mind is White Boy 7th Street.
Hell yeah.
A now dead channel.
Totally
Probably
dead.
not many people remember unless you watched it early in the beginning. And then there was another YouTuber called Drifter, which got really in depth. He had this series called In Depth where he would go into the stats of the guns and everything because I was a huge COD nerd. Where I wanted to know how much damage the guns did, and how much range, and this and that.
Which COD was his peak?
Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2.
But Modern Warfare 3 was like where he started going up, and then by Black Ops 2, like everybody was watching him to know the meta, to know what to use. Every time there was an update, all the patches were coming in, like he would cover all of that. Now, there's another channel that has taken over his role, but he doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah, that's how I felt about White Boy 7th Street. I would watch him, Black Ops 1 was his peak.
Yeah.
And, I got so much better at the game just by watching
so did a lot of people.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was the peak of Call of Duty, too.
Oh, yeah,
So it explains why those people are around. Did he die?
Or yeah. He
still alive?
Die.
No? Because
no, he didn't.
There's a lot of are there any YouTubers you used to watch that
are dead?
That are dead now? Because that's happened.
Oh man, I mean it's happened with the Minecraft guy that I never watched him, but you know what I'm talking about? The Blade something Blade.
Maybe I probably knew when it happened because it made the news. It probably hit Twitter or something.
Yeah. This was like 2 years ago maybe this happened. But in terms of people that were OGs that I watched that died, no one comes to mind.
Damn. There probably is, you just don't remember.
Yeah, maybe.
That's so sad.
Why? Did someone come to mind for you?
Not really. Not any big YouTubers.
Oh, fucking Too Mad. You know Too Mad? He died recently.
Should I?
He was good. He's not an OG. He hasn't been around for that long, but he had really fucking edgy videos for in this climate of YouTube. You don't find that very often. And he died recently.
Was it the Overwatch guy?
No. He's this fat black dude. He would do a lot of IRL prank trolling people.
He's the guy that would join Zoom calls?
Yes.
That guy.
Yeah.
I do know who he is. It's kind of creepy if you go back to, because I know a few YouTubers, if you go back to these YouTubers that are dead now watching their videos,
it is kind of
creepy.
creepy.
Just lives on.
Yeah.
That's going to happen to us.
It will eventually.
Be on the web and we'll be dead.
Yeah, eventually, a year from now.
Oh, a year from now. Maybe, hopefully.
I did want to give a quick shout out to College Humor because I used to
love College Humor. I completely forgot about those guys. Yeah.
I used to love Jake and Amir.
Yeah, Jake and Amir. They're POV videos. I remember.
Yeah, all the types of girlfriends you date. There were so many good classic fucking College Humor videos, man.
Man, I wish I was in college during that.
So
I could relate more.
I think I was watching it in middle school and it still slapped,
Yeah.
And again, it was one of those where, I thought it was really edgy, and I would have to go back and see.
It's honestly not. I've come back.
I think has it aged well or not?
I don't think so. It's not as bad as Smosh or Ray William Johnson. It's aged better than that. It's a little dated.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember. Did you ever watch those epic rap battles of history?
Yeah. I like those. Those
were funny. Those guys are dead now. Too.
No, they still make them.
Do they?
Yeah, they took a long ass break and then they started making them again. I don't know if they currently make them, but they went back for a year. They were making them again.
And were they still as funny?
I didn't. I don't care.
Those have aged pretty well. I go back and rewatch them every now and then, and those have aged pretty well. Did you ever watch Rhett and Link? Those
yeah, I mean, I watched Good Mythical Morning a little bit, but not back in the day. I would watch it. I had a phase where I watched Good Mythical Morning for a bit.
Yeah,
that's 4 or 5 years ago.
That's how that channel works.
Yeah.
You watch them for a month and then you forget about them.
Yeah.
And you revisit them again. But they are one of the OGs.
You gotta respect the OGs.
They are one of the OGs, and they saved Smosh and all that stuff. So
another shout out that we need to make: Filthy Frank.
Oh yeah.
What did you think about Filthy Frank?
I thought he was funny. He's Joji.
Yeah. I never was super into him, but for some reason I always really loved iDubbbz though.
Okay.
I was almost more so than Filthy Frank. So all of his bad unboxing videos. where he would open up the packages and people would send him like some sick shit.
I mean, he's made timeless memes because of that stuff.
And it's kind of sad to see how he's fallen off because his content now is really weird. It's like saving the squirrels and like all this random shit that no one really cares about. People want him to be his old edgy self, and then he released a video about how he like regrets that era, and people really disliked it. And then I kind of lost respect for him after that because he was the guy that was like, you should be able to say the N-word. You know, he was like, he was very like fucking free speech type guy, like no apologies, and then he completely reversed on that.
I mean, it's a lot of that happens to a lot of YouTubers.